We continue our work with part 2 on rigid motions, these motions being reflections, and they're over differing axes of symmetry that we haven't necessarily studied in detail a lot. Like part A says a reflection across the line y equals -2. Y-axis, -2, is right here. And so any line, any points on this line is going to have a y-coordinate of -2. And so therefore, this is our line for y equals -2. And so we're going to make the point from the move perpendicularly to line, like Q. Spaces from the line, so its reflection is going to be spaces above Q prime. That's an X, but it's 3 spaces below the line, so it's going to move 3 spaces above. E is 1 space below the line, so it's going to move 1 space of the line over then. And then I will stay exactly where it's supposed to be, and we can connect the points to create the image with the reflection over the line y equals -2. In the next one, the reflection is across the x-axis. So the x-axis is this line. I'm going to redraw over it. But the same rule applies. This point, since it's 3 spaces above the x-axis, its image will be 3 spaces on the other side. This image is 5 spaces above, so this value is 5 spaces above, so its image will be 5 spaces below. 5 spaces above, 5 spaces below. Lastly, W is 4 spaces above the x-axis, so its image will be 4 spaces below the x-axis. And then connect the endpoints to create the shape. I left out the labels of the points, the images, the points under the image, because I wanted to see the general shape first, and then I can go back and just put the lettering in.
Good job.
Thank you, son. Okay, this continues on to part C. The reflection across y equals -x. The -x line says a point at 0, 0, a point at 1, -1, 2, -2, 3, -3, and really it's any point on this line right here. So quick draw it in. Quick draw it in. Now this one's a little more tricky because we have this line on a slant, and you can even use the poster up in front of the room to get the rule. But think about it this way. J has to go across the line of reflection, so it's actually going to make a perpendicular line. J will go to J prime. T will do the same thing. T will go to T prime. F will move in perpendicular manner that line y -x. And it looks like it goes through 1, 2, 3 squares. So its image will be 1, 2, 3 on the other side. The same thing. Its image is right there. We plot the points. Draw the line. Present the sides of the image.
And then label.
Okay, son, you think smart? You want to get on this video for what point there? Get your head out of the way.
Prime.
Good. What point goes there?
Prime.
Good. What point goes?
S prime.
What point goes?
A prime.
He's 7. You can do it. You can do it. Reflection is y equals -1. So on the graph, y equals -1 is right. And so any point that is on the line y equals 1 has a y coordinate is -1. These are lines of reflection. And this one's included because the figure itself is on sides of the reflection. That doesn't change what we do with each point. L is based below the line of reflection, so its image 1 space above. W is 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces above the line of reflection, so its image will be 1, 3, 4 spaces below. B is spaced below the line of reflection, 1, 2, so its image will be 2 spaces above. I is 1, 2, 3 spaces above. It will be 1, 2, 3 spaces below. After we find the points as then reflected, we're going to draw in the sides of the shape.
And label it.
Thank you. That's right. You still think you're smart?
Yeah.
All right. You tell me what we're going to that point right.
L prime.
What are we going to label this point?
W prime.
Okay. What are we going to label point?
I prime.
Man, I thought I. All right. What are we going to label this?
B.
Good job. There you have it.